Hi, welcome. So this is Sonu Khanit Unni, and I'm going to present the coursework to practical work of IoT network and protocol. This topic is actually based on integration of Raspberry Pi and the Azure Cloud platform. So on the left, we have the Raspberry Pi, which is having a sensor, and on the right we have the Azure IoT hub, which goes through the MQTT channel from Raspberry Pi, and we have a stream analytics which gives a smooth transition of data from IoT to the Azure. We have plenty of outputs through blob storage, Power BI, SQL, Cosmos DB, and we have an event hub for this particular overall diagram. So let's jump into the Microsoft Azure user interface page. So here we have created the resources which is already required for this particular programming system. Let's create a new resource which is Raspberry DHT stream. So here we need to add an input, which is a crucial part of this integration. So we click on IoT Hub and we give a name for IoT Hub as the Raspberry IoT input, and we go to the output for creating an output platform, and we create the blob storage for the output file, and we give the output name as Raspberry IoT output, and we check the storage account as DHT sensor data storage, and that's correct. And let's jump to the DHT sensor data container, which is used to store the output in a JSON format. And this is how the circuit diagram goes. So on the left hand side, the positive part of the sensor goes to the first pin of the Raspberry Pi, and the output part goes to the fourth pin of the Raspberry Pi, and the third one is the negative part, which goes to the third pin from the right towards the third pin of the Raspberry Pi. And let's quickly jump into the Raspberry Pi user interface. So here we need to download a few packages instead of typing it for our efficiency. So we are quickly going into the link. I'm pasting it over here, and I'm just opening it up by clicking enter. And next I'm gonna open that particular folder, and it's a zip file, so we are gonna extract it into our destinated area, and we are going to select a particular folder called IT, and this is where we extracted the folder. And next we're gonna open it in the terminal to uh, type few of our commands. The first command goes like this: sudo python dot space setup dot py install. So we just click on enter and it keeps on running installation process, and that's it, it will install. So next we are jumping into a new terminal part, and we are entering sudo pip3 install space azure hyphen iot hyphen device, which install the Azure IoT devices which is required for this installation. And after that we are going to enter sudo pip3 install space azure hyphen backspace azure hyphen iot hub, which install the hub packets required for this Python programming language. Next we are going to create a new file in the same folder where we extracted the file, and new file is a Python programming file named as raspberry program.py, and we're going to save it with the same folder where we extracted it in the file where we downloaded it. So we're going to open it, and we're straight away pasting the commands over it. Next we're going to save it. So the first initial 5 lines are the packets we are installing, and the sixth line is the pin number, which is the pin 4, as we are connected the output to the pin 4 of Raspberry Pi. And the next part is the connection string, which is the important string that integrates Raspberry Pi along with the along with the Azure. So we have a host name and the share code name. So we are just going to the Raspberry DHT hub, going to the devices, selecting the Raspberry DHT file, and going to copy the primary connection string and pasting it instead of the connection string place where it is already there. So we have already pasted the connection string credentials. Next, we're gonna run this Python program in order to check whether the program runs perfectly. So it's Python 3 Raspberry program.py, which is a Python file name. And we're clicking on enter. It's the sensor is reading the temperature and humidity as well. So the message is successfully sent. Next, we are jumping quickly into the Azure to check whether it is integrated to the Azure. So we are going to the Raspberry DHT stream query part where we need to make a few changes, and we need to enter Raspberry IoT input for the from file, and the into file is the output file where we need to enter the Raspberry IoT output where we created it in the Azure. So we can see it's reading out our program where we can see the temperature is 27 and humidity is 84. So let's quickly jump into the DHT sensor data storage where we get the data, and we go into the containers, and we can see a folder is already created. It is called 2023 and a JSON file is already there. So we are quickly going to download the file, JSON file, where we get the data of the temperature and humidity, which is being read by the system in Azure, which is being successfully integrated. And this can be further used for any of our works. So thanks a lot for hearing me out. Thank you.